Oh, how you doing? Jason here from septictank.co.uk, and in today's live broadcast I'm going to show you the difference between an onion-shaped septic tank and a low-profile septic tank. So what do I mean by an onion-shaped septic tank? Well, let me show you. Okay, so here we are. So we're on Google here, and here's a typical page of onion-shaped septic tanks. As you can see, they're like big bulbous tanks here. If I go onto one here, there you go. So that's a typical onion-shaped septic tank, and they range in sizes. This is the small one, which is massive. They start at 2,800 litres, go to 3,800 litres and 4,600 litres. Almost forgot them. And we're going to compare them to a low profile septic tank. So what do I mean by low profile septic tanks? Well, this is typically a low profile septic tank here. So you can see they look more like a submarine, whereas these look like a light bulb. All right, so what's the difference between the two? Which is the easiest to install, right? And not only that, which is the most cost effective to install? All right, so we're going to examine the two now. So if I just minimize that. All right, so let's start here. So if I start by showing you the onion tank first. So here we go. So let me now dig the hole. All right, so imagine you've dug the hole there. So there we go, there's the hole. All right, and so once you've dug the hole, then obviously you need to put the septic tank, the onion septic tank, into the hole. So there we go. That's typically what an onion-shaped septic tank will look like when it's in the hole. Now, onion-shaped septic tanks are about 100 to 200 pounds cheaper than a low-profile septic tank. So how do they compare in size and price? Well, if I just move that along a bit, right, and we'll dig another hole and we'll put the low profile septic tank into the hole. So there you go. Straight away, you can see the difference between the onion-shaped septic tank and the low profile shaped septic tank. You can see that the low profile septic tank is roughly about half the height of the onion-shaped septic tank. Now, as I said to you on the outset, the onion tank costs about £200 more, or £300. The low profile septic tank costs about £200 to £300 more typically than the onion-shaped septic tank. So that's why the onion tanks are very, very popular. But before you buy an onion tank, before you buy a low profile septic tank, you need to find out what everything is going to cost, all the materials that you need to spend out in order to install either the onion tank or the low profile septic tank. So let me show you. Let me start first, right? So let's start with the onion shaped septic tank. So because you need to dig a deeper hole, you'll need a bigger digger, and that bigger digger can cost anywhere from like 200, 300, 400 quid more. Because you're digging a deeper hole, right, it's going to take twice as long as the low profile septic tank. And on top of that, you're going to use probably twice as much diesel to dig the hole for the onion-shaped septic tank. Now, I'm not demonizing onion-shaped septic tanks. I'm just telling you the reality, right, of how it is. Onion tanks have been around for about 30, 40 years. The low-profile septic tanks literally came on the scene about 5, 6 years ago. So they're a relatively new product, right? So are they better? Well, once you've got your onion tank in the ground, you then need to do two things. Otherwise, the onion tank will be null and void regarding the manufacturer's warranty. What two things do you need to do? Well, the first thing that you need to do, because they're made from fiberglass, you need to put an anchor around them. Now, when I say anchor, basically it's like belt and braces. So as you can see, it's got the braces there, and it's got like a concrete lintel at the bottom. And because these onion tanks are very light and they're made of fiberglass, they can pop out of the ground if you're not careful. So let's say it's rained overnight, right? Or the ground saturated, soggy, it's winter time, whenever, springtime, whenever, they can just pop straight out the ground. So you come back right to the next day and you'll find the septic tank on top of the grass. It's true. So you have to spend 300, 400, 500 quid on getting a concrete lintel and braces, which like is an anchor package. But once you've done that, it doesn't end there, right? Unless you put concrete around them, right, like so, then the warranty from the manufacturer is null and void. They just won't warranty them anymore, because you need to put a concrete blanket around them. Now the concrete blanket strengthens the septic tank. As you can see, it turns it like into a nuclear bunker. So you can see the inlet pipe there, and then on here we've got the outlet pipe. So that's what you need to do with an onion-shaped septic tank. So those two additional items that we've talked about, number one, the anchor system, and number two, the concrete. There's a cross section of it there. Now the concrete can cost you anywhere from like flipping 800 to 1,000 quid, because you've got to put quite a thick amount around the outside of the tank. Plus, if you consider you've got to spend 300, 400 quid on an anchor system plus a bigger digger, although initially you've saved 200 or 300 quid because the onion tank is cheaper, right, to buy, when you start looking at the back end of the additional expense you've had to pay out or got to pay out to install this, you've got to pay probably another 1,000, at least approximately 1,200 quid for the materials, right, to install the concrete septic tank. So let's say this septic tank here, 3 to 4 bedroom, costs you 800 quid, right? Then by the time you've put the concrete on there and you've put the anchor system on there, you're looking at least another 1,200 quid. So 1,200 and 200 is about 2,000 quid. Now they won't tell you this at the builder's yard, right? They won't tell you this. This is why I'm telling you now. So what about then the low profile? Well, yes, we know we've paid out 300 quid more for it. We've just said that, all right? There's no secret. But instead of taking you 2 days, 3 days to install, because you haven't got to dig a massive deep hole, you haven't got to put loads of concrete around it and wait for it to set, you haven't got to connect a big anchor system to it, right? It takes about 40 minutes or 50 minutes to install. So once you've dug the hole, right, say once you've dug the hole, like so, and then you've put the bullet tank in, what do you need to do then? Well, you just need to put some shingle around it, 20 to 30 mil shingle. So if I just turn this around like this, so there you go. You can see the comparison there between the onion tank and the low profile tank. So the shingle will cost you probably 100, so let's say it's about 40, 45 quid a ton loose. Let's say you put 5 ton in for argument's sake, right? That's 250 quid. So let's say it's cost you 1,000 quid for the tank. You've put, let's say 250, 300 quid's worth of shingle in, right? The total cost by the time you finish the two, right, it's going to cost you 1,300 quid to install the low profile tank, whereas it's cost you 2,000 quid and all the hassle and the extra time to put in the onion-shaped septic tank. Now, as I said from the outset, I am not demonizing, right? I'm not demonizing the Clargester onion style septic tanks. I'm not demonizing them at all. The point I'm just trying to make is, before you install a septic tank, you need to weigh up the total cost of what it's going to cost you regarding materials to install these kind of septic tanks. So I hope that's helped. Personally myself, I'm biased. I prefer the low profile septic tanks any day, because I can start at 9 and I can have it in by 11 or 12. Job done and backfilled, right? You know, I haven't got to wait 3 or 4 days to do it. So for that reason, personally, I recommend the low profile septic tank any day, right? But that's not to say you will. As I said, the reason I make these videos is because I just want to educate you and help you to see what or what isn't, you know, what your options are or aren't. So let me just shut that down now. There we go. All right, so listen, so I hope this video has helped you. The reason I do these videos is because I just want to help people, you know, whether it's septic tank installation, whether they got septic tank problems, whether it's repairing septic tanks. The reason I do these free videos is to help people make an informed decision before they install or buy something. If you'd like to see more free videos, if you'd like more free help and advice, then just go to septictank.co.uk. That's my website. You find loads of free videos there, or you can go to YouTube and type in Septic Tank TV, or type in Septic Tank TV on Google, and you'll see my YouTube Septic Tank TV channel. If you're subscribed, you've got a chance to win a low-profile septic tank and loads of other goodies. So listen, thank you very much for watching this video today. You take care, and I'll speak to you soon. For more information, just click the link below this video or visit septictank.co.uk for free help and advice.